Assalamu alaikum. How are you students? I hope all of you are well. I am here with another virtual class of physics. In your today's class, I am with you Rizwana Mukhtar, lecturer, Department of Physics, Milestone College. And in today's class, I am going to start a new chapter, which is chapter 4, Work, Power and Energy. And in today's lecture, you will learn about work and kinetic energy. So, let us start our today's class. Students, our today's first topic of discussion is work. Work is a very common word in our day-to-day life. Doing anything is called work. But in science, doing anything is not work. For example, the job of a guardman. What he do? He protect our house by sitting at a place all day long. But in science, we can't say that he do anything. Why? Because he didn't displace anything. So, what is work? Work means, in the word of science, if you apply a force on an object and if you displace that object along the direction of your applying force, in that case, you can say that you do anything. Okay, so what is work? If you want to define the work, then we can say that if a force applied on an object and the object displaced from its own position, then the product of force and the displacement along the force is called work. Here you can see that there is two diagrams. In the first diagram, suppose I apply a force F in this object, and as a result, when I apply force, this object displaced S meter and it comes from A to B point. So as here displacement take place, so we can say that work is done. So we can say that W is equal to force into displacement. You know that force is denoted by F and displacement is denoted by S. So we can say that W is equal to Fs. This is the equation to calculate the work. But here you can see that in the second diagram, if I apply a force on this object F, and by applying force, if the object move on the inclined plane, that means in the first diagram the object moves in the horizontal plane, but here you can see that the object starts to move by creating theta degree angle, and after some time, suppose this object reach at this position. So here you can see that the displacement of the object is, this is the displacement of this object. Now if you want to calculate the work, so if we draw a perpendicular on the horizontal surface, then we can say that draw a perpendicular on this horizontal plane, then we can say that AC is the displacement of that object on horizontal plane. So firstly we have to calculate the displacement, that means if we calculate the value of AC, then we can easily use this equation. So here you can see that ABC is a right angle triangle. ABC is a right angle triangle. So in the right angle triangle, we can write that cos theta is equal to base by hypotenuse. Here base means AC and hypotenuse means AB. So AC is equal to AB cos theta. Now we consider AC as the displacement, so we can write that displacement is equal to AB. Here AB means S cos theta. So now for the second case, if we apply this formula, then we can write that W is equal to, here force means F and displacement means S cos theta. S cos theta. So here you can see that we got two equations to calculate work. First is if the displacement occur in the horizontal place or in the direction along the applied force, and second case if an object made an angle with horizontal, and if you want to calculate the work, then you can use that W is equal to Fs cos theta. You have to know the unit and dimension of work. Firstly, the unit of work. Unit of work. As we learned that W is equal to Fs. Here the unit of force, you know that the unit of force is Newton and the unit of displacement is meter. So we can say that the unit of work is Newton meter, but Newton meter is also known as joule. So the unit of work, in SI unit we used joule as the unit of work. Now the dimension. Dimension of work. Dimension of work is m L square T inverse 2. This is the dimension of work. Here you can see that there's two comprehensive questions. First comprehensive question is, what do you mean by 1 joule? You know that joule is the unit of work. That means what do you mean by 1 joule work? So from the definition of work, we learned that W is equal to Fs. So what is 1 joule? If we apply 1 Newton force and if the displacement take place 1 meter, then we can say that 1 joule work is done. Okay, and in the second question, here you can see that the question is, what do you mean by 50 joule? 50 joule. So in the similar way, we can say that, as we know that W is equal to Fs. So if we apply 50 Newton force and 1 meter displacement occur of that object, then we can say it's 50 joule work is done. You can define it in another way, that you can say that by applying 1 Newton force, if 50 meter displacement take place, you can say that also. Okay. Friends, our next topic of discussion is energy. Again a very common word. So how we actually defined energy? Suppose there's two persons. A person can do more work and another one, he didn't do many works. So what will we say? The person who is doing many things at a time, then we define him as an energetic person, and on the other hand, the person who can't do many things at a time, he is a non-energetic person. So how we differentiate them? That one person is energetic, another person is non-energetic. We differentiate them by seeing the ability of doing work. Okay, so energy means the ability of doing work. Now we can say that energy is equal to work done. Unit of energy. As energy is equal to work done, so the unit of energy and the unit of work is same, that is joule. And energy is a scalar quantity, that means energy has no direction. And find energy in different forms such as light energy, sound energy, wind energy, solar energy, but in the most common form of energy is mechanical energy. Most common form of energy is mechanical energy. Mechanical energy means the energy which is stored in a body due to its position and motion. So here you can see I use two words, the energy which is stored in a body due to its position, either position or motion. That is, mechanical energy is of two types. Number one is potential energy, and second is kinetic energy. So potential energy means the ability of doing work of a body due to its position. That means if we change the position of a body and if that body occurs the ability of doing work, that energy will known as the potential energy, and potential energy is denoted by EP. EP. Now kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means capability of doing work by a moving object due to its motion is called kinetic energy, and kinetic energy is denoted by EK. So students, now I am going to derive the equation, that is how we calculate the kinetic energy. Here you can see there is an object. Suppose a force is applied on the object, and as a result this object starts to move, and after t time it reached at B position. That is, if it's A, then it's B, and by applying F force this object displaced S meter and it reached at B point. So we can write that kinetic energy EK is equal to work done. We have already discussed about it. So work done means we know that W is equal to F S, and from Newton's second law you have already learned that F is equal to M A. So we can write that M A S. Now make it as a equation 1. Now students, in the diagram you can see that firstly the object was at rest position, and after applying force it starts to move and it reached at position B. So from second chapter you have already learned an equation, that is V square is equal to U square plus twice A S. Now if we consider this equation for this situation, so here U is 0 as the object starts to move with rest position. So we can write that V square is equal to 0 plus twice A S, or A S is equal to V square by 2. Now use the value of A S at equation 1. So we can write that EK is equal to M into V square by 2. Now if we simplify this, then we can write that EK is equal to half M V square. This is the equation for calculating kinetic energy. Now I am going to solve two mathematical examples. Our first question is, an object gets displacement 10 meter due to applying 200 Newton force. Find the work done. So here the given informations are, for question 1 we can say that here displacement that is denoted by S is 10 meter, and applying force is equal to 200 Newton, and we have to calculate the work done. Work, you know that work is denoted by W, so W is equal to what? So we know that W is equal to F S, and the value of F is given here 200 and S is 10. So the value of work done will be 2000 joule. As you know that the unit of work done is joule. Now our second question is, a runner of mass 60 kg takes 12.5 seconds to race 100 meter sprint competition. Find the kinetic energy of the runner while he is in motion. So here the given informations are, here you can see that the mass of the runner is given 60 kg. So you know that mass is denoted by m. So we can write that m is equal to 60 kg. Now this runner takes 12.5 seconds to reach 100 meter. That is, the value of time is 12.5 second and displacement is equal to 100 meter, and we have to calculate the kinetic energy, that is the value of Ek is equal to what? So we know that Ek is equal to half m v square. Students, here you can see that the person take 12.5 seconds to reach 100 meter. Know that from the definition of velocity, v is equal to s by t. So we can write that the value of s is given here 100 and t is 12.5. So the value of v is 8 meter per second. Now we know the value of v and m. So we can calculate the kinetic energy. Now Ek is equal to half, the value of m is 60 and v is 8 here square. Okay, so you will get the value of kinetic energy is 1920 and the unit of kinetic energy is joule. For today's students, stay home, stay safe.